Let's face it, no matter how hard you try, someone's going to have a problem with what you say or do. You tweak your personality to fit in. Hold back your thoughts to avoid conflict. Go out of your way to make others comfortable. And still someone finds a reason to criticize. Living to please others is a recipe for frustration and burnout. The more you bend yourself to meet others' expectations, the more you lose sight of who you are. Because the moment you realize you can't please everyone, it's the moment you start living for the one person who matters most, and that's you.
There's somebody out there. Well, hi, my friend. You said you were on your way. You really were, weren't you? Go on in the kitchen and make yourself a cup of coffee, and I'll be out in about 10 minutes, okay? You're so silly. I'm in the shower. Who let you in, baby? Go.
So it's all relative, right? So that actual experience, I had to work through some barriers and issues with success. Video after the viral one, and I was nervous, but I wasn't worried because I just didn't expect that to repeat itself. Like, I don't.
Baby, are you opening doors around here? I'm all done. I'm so glad you got here, and I see you brought a friend. Well, welcome here. Since this is your first time here, go ahead, subscribe and like. And you got here quicker than I expected. So come on in, have a seat, you got your coffee. We're going to get into today's topic. You can't please everybody. So come on, let's have a seat. I can't believe you guys caught me in the shower like that. Who opened the door for you? Was it Baby? She likes to open the door for people, but I guess she recognized you because you've been here before, right? And you brought a friend with you who hasn't been here before, so welcome. And subscribe, like the video, and I appreciate you for being here. Today, what I'm talking about is that you can't please everybody. My last video on reflections of life in America got a lot of flack because they, it was political, I guess. I don't know, I don't really care. I just had a lot on my mind from hearing different places, different channels, different people speaking about this bill that got passed and what's going to change. And it just got me to thinking, and so I spoke about it. And a lot of people did not like me speaking on that, and they said, please don't bring politics to your channel, which I had no intention of doing. It's just I was giving my perspective of how I felt. Since this is Life with Charlene, is my life, and I get to talk about things that affect my life or things that I want to talk about in my life. So that was one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I apologized if I ruffled any feathers, and I said I didn't want to apologize for what I said, but I apologize if it rubbed people the wrong way. And there was no intentional mean-spiritedness in me repeating or saying what I said. I don't agree with what I see. I just don't. That person who's in office, I've never liked him. Never. I never liked his show. I feel like he's running this country the same way he ran that show, You're Fired. Because they fired so many people in the beginning. Remember the MAGA stuff? Or not the MAGA, the Doge stuff? They fired so many competent, experienced people from jobs that are needed. And now we got all these nuts running around who have no clue what they're doing. They got job titles, but they have no experience for these job titles. But anyway, that's what I was kind of ranting about, and the things that are going on, and people didn't like it. People unsubscribed to my channel, and I'm like, you know what, that's okay. Everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has a you know what hole. And what you eat don't make me you know what. So anyway, if you got offended, There's nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to waste my time trying to convince somebody to think like me, because if we all thought alike, this would be a boring, boring world. So, you know, I lost a few subscribers. But to me, that's okay, because the subscribers I lost shouldn't have been here anyway. Because this is a free speech platform. And if you don't like what I speak on, then you shouldn't watch that video. But to come at me with negative comments and rude comments, that's not what we're going to do. And I appreciate all of my loyal and diehard subscribers who tried to defend me from some people who were saying really negative things and questioning my thought pattern and things of that nature. So I really appreciate you guys. I love you so much. You know, I'm just not going to be a people pleaser anymore. I've done that all my life, and where did it get me? Nowhere. So I'm going to be strong in what I think, and I'm going to educate myself on everything that I have talked about, that I am talking about. And a lot of it is really just my opinion. Some people you just don't like. You just don't like them. And he happens to be a person I have never liked. I've never liked. He bankrupted his whole company before. And now he's like he's bankrupting the USA. So anyway, that was my little rant I wanted to get off of my shoulders. If you guys want to hear what I said, go watch that video. You know, my reflections on living in America. And I have been doing a lot of research on moving to another country, and because I don't like what I'm seeing here. I don't feel good about what's happening here. And you know, we're starting wars that shouldn't be started. All the wars should be stopped. We shouldn't be starting wars. So, if somebody can agree with all that, go right ahead. We can cut some taxes here and there, but in the long run, what is it going to really help if nobody's here because he's starting wars? Anyway, it's enough about that. So, as far as not being able to please everyone, that is so true. That's in life, that's in families, that's everywhere you go. You just cannot please everyone. So what do? You have to be true to yourself. That's why I keep saying, when you get to a certain age, you really have to be selfish, if that's what you want to call it, and think about yourself. I just told somebody the other day, I said, if I don't take care of me, who's going to take care of me? Nobody. There's nobody to take care of me if I don't take care of myself. So that includes my thoughts. I'm not going to hide my thoughts because of what other people think about my thoughts or my opinion. That's how I feel about this. And my channel, as far as it goes, it's going to keep growing because I have grown substantially even from those people who unsubscribed. Right now, the way I feel, it wouldn't bother me if anybody who doesn't like what I say or just feels so negative towards me would unsubscribe. That way, that would lead the people who really want to hear me, really want to see me, want to know what I'm talking about, to watch the channel. And I wouldn't have a lot of subscribers who are just there in number, but they're not even watching my videos anyway. So, you know, they unsubscribed like that was going to make me cry or something, or that was going to make me say, oh, please don't go. I will tell anybody, if you want to go, bye. Bye-bye. It doesn't bother me like that. You know, my subscriber count is more than I ever thought I would get. So if I had 1,000 subscribers who watch my videos every time I put out a video, Do you know how much money that would make me? That would make me a lot more money than what I'm getting now with 16,000 something subscribers, but nobody's really watching the content. And I don't know if that's because it's not a subject that they want to hear or what, but I just don't get it. It's like going to a concert. You got all these tickets sold, but there's nobody at the concert to hear you sing or do your play or whatever. You sold all these tickets, but there's nobody in the concert. So you're just pretty much talking to yourself. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, is the fact that you should not waste your time trying to please others, because in the long run it's going to hurt you, because you're not being who you should be. And we're living in a world now where if you don't think like such and such and you don't believe in me and this and that, nobody wants to be around. Everybody's supposed to think alike. That's that, what is it, Jones mentality, where everybody has to think alike and dismiss their truth because they're trying to think like somebody else. And I'll never do that. You cannot make me think something that I just don't believe in. It's just not going to happen. But that's it. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't be a people pleaser, because it's going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you confused. That's what it's going to do. And I've never been able to have my own voice or to have my own opinion, and now I have it, and I'm not letting it go. If I don't, I was always so afraid to rock the boat. And I don't care anymore. I'm older now and wiser, and I think I can make better judgments and better decisions about things in life than I did before, because I do. I really think about what I'm saying or what I'm feeling. And when I do that, I'm being truthful and honest and authentic to myself. And that's all that matters, is how I feel about what I'm doing. You know, I mean, I care about others' feelings, but not to the point that I'm going to hurt my feelings. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys today, is you can't please everyone, so don't waste your time. And thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you look for that heart. Thanks a lot. Bye.